Hi, today we are going to check out Falcon, released in 1988 by Spectrum Holobyte, rated at 8.4 at Lemon Amiga. This is one of the earliest memories I have about playing on Amiga. I was at my stepsis house and this is one of the games I just wanted to play, but it was way too hard and without any manual it just didn't work out. So it's been another great experience to learn this game, and this time really for the first time. So in the case of Falcon, you really need the game manual to know what to do in the game. So thanks to Lemon Amiga and Holobyte, there was a complete set of instructions and even a scanned version of the manual, so I was able to get something to learn this game and find the details how to do the missions. By reading the manual, I've been blown away how much detail they have put in simulating the F-16 in this game. I mean, considering it's 1988. So, like the HUD and other systems have surprisingly many functions. But one thing you probably remember very well is the explosive soundtrack. Well, I've made my own rendition of it and I'll put it in the end of this video. But before that, we will be flying a mission in Falcon and then similar mission in some modern day game, and so we can compare how things have changed in the past 3 decades. Welcome to Falcon. We'll start this the familiar way, pilot roster, though it's called duty roster in this game. I'll make a new pilot for our mission. Next we'll choose our rank, which is the game difficulty level, affecting flying physics and weapons, amongst other things. For our mission, we'll choose the Venus flytrap. Max number of MiGs, I'm tempted with 0, but that's no legit, so 1 is enough for now. Next, the armament. We need at least a few Mavericks, a few bombs, couple more sidewinders, ECM pod ain't available, but maybe 1 pack of fuel, and maybe I could swap those MKs with Durandals if available. Ready to fly, engine startup. Wheel brakes off, full power. Afterburning staging on and max burner. While I'm accelerating, I'm decreasing the sensitivity of the controls. Rotate and gear up. Here is our beautiful bird, turning east towards our target. Let's take a look at our map. The target is located at the bottom left corner. We need game manual to know what we are meant to do, as game itself doesn't describe anything. One awesome thing about Falcon are these side panels. Great immersion, and they just bring nice detail to the cockpit and to the systems. Another nice thing is the speed. Not the FPS, but the plane flying across the map at a noticeable speed. It feels like we're doing some progress here. Leveling off. So about the mission, our objective is to destroy SAM sites at the regional airfield, and if we can take out the runway as well. I can see enemy in my radar. I'll change the map to electronic display, use tracking radar and select sidewinders. I'm increasing the sensitivity up so I can control the plane faster, but I'm going to be honest here, dogfighting is painful. Ah, crap, I'm stalling. Trying to get more speed. Like I said, painful. Once you can find the right angle. Lock and Fox 2. MiG using fares, but it's a hit. Splash 1 MiG. Okay, I'm trying to get my bearings here so we can continue our attack. We are about 45 miles away from the targets. Maverick's ready. I'm going to dive down to get better aim. It's surprisingly hard to get the missile to lock precisely at the target. Lock and rifle. That's a hit. Target destroyed. Afterburner on. I'm aligning to the second target and I'm going to climb up a little for a better view. I'm a little worried about that white dot in the radar though. Lock and rifle. Ah, nice, another hit. If only you'd know how much Mavericks I've missed in the past missions. But now I got some good hits. Maybe I can bomb the runway at the same go. Ah, it's a MiG turning behind us. Lock and Fox through. Fares again, but it's a splash 1 MiG. Back to bombing. Ah, another MiG. I'm going to deliver these bombs first. Target and pickle. Click, click, click. Did the bombs release? Yes, right in the middle. I'm going to make a run for it.
Caution.
Well, not with this field though. It's not locking. Ah shit, he's shooting the machine guns. Maybe the J must be a rear aspect version of the Sidewinder. Almost, almost. This dogfighting business is just cruel. It's just cruel. Here we go. Oh, I'm hit. Oh, where's my damage panel? I'm pressing all the wrong keys here. Flaps and oxygen. Eject, eject. And I'm out. Here's the summary. Shot down. Successful parachute. Unfortunately captured. Purple Heart and Distinguished Flying Cross for decorations. 2 MiGs and 3 ground targets destroyed. Good effect on the target, even though we'll be sitting out the rest of the war at the POW camp. Earned 73 merits. So that was Falcon. How about we put it against the Viper? DCS F-16C Block 50 Viper. It's a damn cool plane and very complicated one. So I have set a custom mission which is a little bit similar to the Falcon one, and well, I explain rest as we go. Alrighty, DCS F-16 Viper and Syria map. Afterburners are on and looking for about 180 knots. Rotate. Gear up. I'm going to climb a little and turn towards our first waypoint. We have 2 SAM sites to hit and then drop some bombs at the enemy airfield. On our way back we should be intercepted by 2 MiGs. It's been almost 6 months since I bought the F-16 module and I tried to learn it properly, but just got frustrated with my old Logitech Extreme 3D joystick and I upgraded my controllers. So instead of trying to unlearn everything and yet again learn it again, I took a little break, and since then I've forgotten most of the stuff, especially after taking a detour with the vegan. And this is something I want to talk about, learning. But first let's level off at about 1500 feet and ready our weapons. Hold on. Air to ground mode. We have harm selected. Power on. Then bombs. Separation to 350 feet. Ripple to 6. So when we release, all our 6 bombs are released one by one with 350 feet separation. Back to harm. From weapon screen we'll select table 3, which includes SA-6, which is the enemy SAM type. Harm, which is high speed anti-radiation missile. So once we get tracked by a SAM, we can launch the harm towards the signal. Master mode arm and laser arm. Next, radar on and countermeasures to manual. Now that was complicated. I've played this mission at least 10 times. Once I wasn't able to launch the harm because it was in a wrong pylon. You can carry it there, but you can't launch it. It took some reading to figure that out. Then I noticed the radar doesn't display anything, and I had to look from the manual how to turn it on. A few times I was carrying also Mavericks, but having 1 harm on left and 3 Mavericks on right wing causes immense aerodynamic drag to the right, so the plane was horrible to take off and fly. I've also messed up with air-to-air weapons several times. So about learning, there is a lot to learn. The level of these systems is pretty deep. And just recently I saw a video on YouTube. It was about top 10 Amiga flight simulators, and the host said something like, I was a big fan of flight sims, but they just aren't fun anymore. Now that I've been playing old and modern games, I can really see what he meant. Like in the Falcon, I was able to learn the game very quick. It's just a few keys you really need to remember and learn. Gameplay, apart from dogfighting, is pretty simple and enjoyable. It's quite straightforward. Mavericks are easy to operate. There are a few things to learn, but you know, generally quite simple. In DCS, I'm not going to even try to fight the SA6 with Mavericks. I'd never make it there alive. So, while I don't agree that modern sims aren't fun, oh boy, they are, but they are definitely a whole other breed of flight sims. Back to game. We have first SA6 on the radar. Let's log it up. And rifle. If that is the correct call out when shooting harm. I don't do call outs when I'm playing alone, but it makes sense now in the video, so you know what is happening. Hold off, and we are turning. We have the other SA6 in the radar. Lock. And rifle. Both missiles are away. They should hit the radars and render the SAMs useless. I don't know, but that yellow ring on the left MFD might be the SAM launch radius. Launch the missile incoming. We can see it. I'm going to crank a little. You can see how the missile is changing course. It's tracking. This is going to deplete some of its energy. Cranking again, so we should have enough distance. I don't see anything. The missiles are so big you can easily see them if they come close. And it sounds like the SAMs went silent. Both should be destroyed now. So let's prep to bomb the airfield. There is our target. Let's just dive in. I try to place the pipper in the middle of the parking lot. Pickle. Bombs are away. Those are low drag, so they drop really fast. Good hit. Now back to base. We should encounter 2 MiGs. I'm going to start checking the radar for contacts. There they are. And lock. You wouldn't believe how much grief this air-to-air has cost me in the F-16. It should be one of the best in the DCS, but I absolutely suck at it. I have 4 AIM-9X missiles, so we'll need to get closer to fire. We have a tone and Fox 2. Splash 1 MiG. There's the other guy. But I messed that up. I'm really not very good at this. Just trying to not to lose the target. That is a lot of work itself. But it's our lucky day. He has climbed high enough so we can see some contrails, very easy to spot. Maybe this ends here. I can finally nail this mission. I try to get a lock with the helmet mounted HUD. These 9Xs can be shot at pretty high angles, if only I manage to get the lock. Tone and Fox 2. Splash 1 MiG. Well, it's finally over now. Back to base. That was Falcon versus Viper. It's amazing how well the 88 version was made, but I must say the Viper takes everything 3 decades forward in execution. It's a complex plane and I won't even try to pretend that I can handle it. If you are in the books, I listened a fantastic audiobook called Viper Pilot by Dan Hampton. It was a really engaging story and it just gave so much more to the whole F-16 experience. One thing I remember though, if I remember this right, is that they didn't think much of the HARM missiles. In DCS they work like a charm, but in real life maybe not so much. But that's all in the book and a lot more. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave comments about your memories or experience with the games and put those thumbs in either direction. And last but hopefully not least, my rendition of the amazing Falcon soundtrack. Bye.